these guys talked about us, and I was like, do I skim through it? And then I realized the autist in the comments basically timestamped the whole thing.
You were reading the
He's
comments?
so he's talking about Uncle Podcast right now. Uncle Podcast has been watching our show and commenting
Look,
on my show all the timestamps of all the times Lossless was gay, and now Lossless, aka Bagel Boy, is very upset about it.
so Wash Wish saw that, and before he hit play, he's like, I don't know if I have the time. You have the time. But before he's like, let's see what the commenters say. What are the bros saying? Probably a solid win for the old Wash Wish. I'm sure.
The thing
they're
is,
trashing these guys.
The thing is, he's doing this thing right now to Unbleached. He's like, okay, skip to 1 hour and 1 minute. And as soon as they're done with that, okay, I got another timestamp.
He's
Skip
doing
to 1
show
hour
prep
and
to him?
28 seconds. He watched all 4.5 hours of our last soup party. And he's giving
Twice.
Unbleached timestamps. And he's complaining about Uncle Podcast, who is commenting
He
timestamps.
took out a notebook.
about-
He took out a notebook and he wrote down timestamps and titles.
Right.
Like,
which is
man,
gay.
yeah, I
fine.
do it. But Wash Wish was sitting there like, oh, and they talk about my studio at 1 hour and 15 minutes. We can bring that up with the old man.
Are you
I'm sure
hearing
he'll
what I'm
find it.
saying? Because what he's doing right now is complaining about somebody doing that to him. Okay for thee, not for me. He's literally doing
He
this with Unbleached.
watches.
And he's literally giving timestamps to Unbleached and then being like, oh, by the way, this one autistic guy like timestamps all my shit.
Do you watch this in bed at night with your wife and you're like, this, babe, that's bullshit, right? This is, obviously they're fucking stupid. Idiots. Yes, you're right, honey.
Fuck.
Lossless does this. Lossless says that. Lossless again. Lossless. Lossless.
It's all lossless.
What the fuck?
I know.
All lossless all the time. So that's what we do around here.
What the fuck just happened?
You better free some time up in your schedule.
They can't call anybody autistic ever again. We're gonna rewind because Lossless just act Lossless, and then Unbleached comes in with duh, 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 duh. Listen.
Hold on, because in the internet, it needs to be articulated more often that there is hack. And going like, they're autistic is hack internet. You're being hacky right now with your copium.
Dude, there's gonna be hack moments if you fucking do a show once a week. There just are. You can't do 4 hours and be 100% funny 100% of the time. That never happens. Unless you're Ian Ellis.
Redbar does it.
No, he doesn't.
Jules?
He doesn't.
Jules, pull up the Wash Wish.
Jesus Christ.
we got a Redbar shout out. Wash Wish was watching. He's a wash.
Can you imagine Redbar covering fucking... Oh, I'm fantasizing now, but can you imagine Redbar covering Wish versus Soup Party or something?
So he looks like me with AIDS. Like, Redbar's actually sick, and he looks sicker than Redbar. Redbar has 3 T cells left in his body, and Wash Wish is somehow thinner and more sickly than him.
Our friend Bex made this very funny joke about Lossless using a beauty filter because he's like 40 years old and he looks like he could be 18.
If you're 40 and you don't have gray hair, you dye your hair. These are just facts.
He took that very fucking personal, and now, like, I'm just sort of inclined to believe it at this point.
He's like, I don't use a filter.
defensive-
He's got a fucking reindeer face and hearts popping around him.
He'll
What are
start
they talking about?
he'll start some of his shows being like, oh, yeah, all the people who think I'm using a beauty filter, haha. It's like nobody
again,
in your
that's
chat
him.
said that, so now I definitely believe you're using a beauty filter.
That's him being defensive. He's like, how dare they? That's how
right.
dumb he thinks his audience is that they're being fooled. Guys, this is my natural, beautiful skin. I use aloe vera, pure aloe, 3 times a day. I inject
Oh, so he's a
adrenochrome.
woman.
It's nice
With
hearing you two
lotion
get along.
If
Well,
you dye
I
your
refresh
hair,
my drink.
if you dye your hair as a man, you're definitely a fucking woman.
This. Lossless says that. Lossless
You're
again.
scared of death.
Lossless